Hello, Divine Masculines. Welcome to the show. So grateful you showed up with me today. I hope everybody's doing great. I'm doing great. I've been out in my garden for a couple days. I feel wonderful. And I hope you guys are feeling the same. We're here to do read for the Divine Masculines today. And, I go to other tarot card readers too, and it seems like there's a lot of stuff going on in the collective, and a lot of us are living through it. Some of us are doing the wonderful thing. We're sticking to love. We're cleansing our energy. We're keeping the faith that being good and truthful and honorable always pays off, and it does. It might not pay off in wealth or money, but it pays off in peace of mind and, giving us more ability to love ourselves for who we are. Because when we walk in honor, truth, love, peace, when we seek to be honorable, truthful, and loving and peaceful, everything will begin to fall in place around us. Now, to get there isn't always easy because sometimes, peace only comes after a severe battle. Sometimes we got to fight to get peace. We got to set boundaries up. We got to, watch what's going on around us to see if the people that we have around us are working on bringing us peace. The judge. So we're going to set this here for a minute. The judge. We're going to look and see what this card means. Of course, it's pretty black and white, right? Yeah, judging. It's about judgment. And that's what I was just saying, right? We've got to look around us. We got to see if the people who are around us really are there for our best interest, for my best interest, for your best interest, and why? Because we're here to live this life the best we can. And if there are things that are holding us back, lies, cheating, whether we're doing it or whether someone else is doing it, it doesn't matter. If it's in our environment, it will hold us back. And how? Because it takes our peace of mind. It steals the solace of just knowing everything that's going on around you is okay. And we want to hold on to our peace of mind. 1477. And we have to be good judges about what is good and what is evil, which is everybody has a different definition of that, right? And some of us are a little bit more strict, some of us a little less so. 14, the judge. The judge has an incredibly important job. They work every waking hour of every day, helping us discern what is safe, what is true, and just. When this archetype remains unconscious or is captivated by fear, wise discernment turns into painful judgment of self and other. And that is right, fear. We really don't have anything to fear. Our judgment, like we do face judgment daily on this planet. And it's our judgment of ourselves that's most important, right? We need to judge, but first we want to judge ourselves and see where we're standing. What are we doing? What have we done in this situation that needs judgment, needs good judgment? And the first and only one that you can really judge and do anything about is yourself. And then as you judge yourself and work through that, because we're not supposed to be like a guilty verdict, life in prison. No, we judge ourselves as this on this. If I'd have known better, I'd have done better. If I could have done better, I would have. At the time, I didn't know what I know now, so therefore I can't change my past. Never. But we can change the projection of our future. And it is the simplest thing as having mercy on yourself. Remember, you're working in God's place. God's place is full of love and mercy. But you start with having it with yourself first, because you can't show it outward if you can't show it to yourself. And if you can't show it to yourself, then you're not working with a good, loving, kind, gentle spirit that would want to bring you to the place of inner power and strength and courage so that you can face yourself. Your own shadow is the scariest shadow. Look, black and white. Oh, it's easy to look at ourselves when we're doing the perfect thing and we've done everything right. It is so easy to be just, But man, the real times we need to look at ourselves is when everything's falling apart around us. And to look inside and see, what actions did you have in what is going on around you? To judge yourself by your actions, by what is going on. Are you happy with your situation, or are you not too happy with your situation? Then, if you're not happy, the only one you can work with is yourself. Nobody else. Nobody else will do. Only you. So, you don't want to judge yourself and you don't want to judge others, but you do want to go in and reflect on your actions and your part in order to know what you did wrong so that you can change that in the future. Because if you don't change it, or you're just blaming things, or you're just fussing about things, or mad about things, that doesn't do anything to give you your future. You have to go in and reflect, and you have to take accountability for every action that you had a part in the situation. Because if you was there was a part of you that had something to do with it. And you got to be true and honest with yourself, because God knows God's inside you. You want to awaken the God in you? Then be honest, be honorable, be justified, be true. And that's how you awaken the judge and the God that is within you. You don't want to judge self and other. Ironically, the judge's energy can be the seed of racism, bigotry, fear-mongering. This is the judge out of balance, building walls, separating from other. When this same discerning force is made conscious and healed, however, the judge may be found advocating for civil rights causes, standing up for the underdog, providing resources for those in need, and forgiving again and again. Yes, we forgive again and again ourselves, and we forgive others. Because once we learn to go within and examine ourselves and take accountability and understand that, life is going to be full of mishaps, especially if we're unconscious, and that in those mishaps are our greatest lessons, are our greatest things that we can learn about ourselves and others. And we do not want to look at them as failures. We actually want to look at them as stepping stones, as movement forward out of places that are stale and stagnant. The judge may be found out, the underdog. Yes, always watching out for the underdog, because true God always watches out for the underdog. I mean, all the power that God would have, why would he give it to somebody already powerful? He's going to look for those that are working to achieve power, to become better than they were. God is looking for those who are reaching out to a new way of life and willing to take the steps to have it, to make them boundaries from people while you're in training, to sacrifice 15, 20 minutes a day to meditate, clear your mind, clear your heart, work on your chakras, to take the action of the divine masculine who is honoring the gift of his life with him, such as Bruce Lee honored it all the time, right? Took care of his body, took care of his mind, took care of his heart, took care of his soul. You know, I'm using him as an example because he's like I don't follow a bunch of stuff like that, but I knew that he seemed to be very honorable and put out some great quotes and learning things for spiritual calmness, patience, and power. Okay, so providing resources for those in need, forgiving again and again is the deciding factor in awakening. This archetype is essential for complex times we are in. Get your judge in order. The world needs it. Yes. Yes. Now, you know, that's easier said than done, right? A lot of us has been hurt. A lot of us has went through the ringer. A lot of us carry a lot of childhood trauma into our relationships with us. We don't heal before we get into relationships. So, you know, we're actually karmics for those of us who, at one time, I was a karmic. I partied, I drank, I, you know, raised hell, broke dishes, and kicked walls, and, you know, punched people, and I've been there. But I also know there's a way to not be a karmic, and it's not easy. But you damn sure can come out of it if you want to. And I did, and I know anybody can. And it started with self love, having mercy on myself, not pitying myself, oh, poor me, but having mercy on where I come from and, you know, the love I didn't get. So I thought to, you know, God said, you got to love yourself, honey. You got to. Because it's a rough world out there. And if you ain't in love with yourself, then you're going to be sad and lonely your whole life. And I thought to myself, that's the smartest thing I ever heard. Okay, we got 11. New energy, higher energy, love energy, baby. Even death can't conquer love, right? I hear that when we pass on from this world, the love we carry in our heart, when we come back again, it's still there. So cleanse yourself and take good care of yourself and love with all your heart, but make sure that you know what you're loving and who you're loving and why you're loving them. We also have Sagittarius. It's an adventure. And you know what? Speaking of love, it really truly is an adventure. And this could also be seen as Cupid's arrow, right? Like, sometimes you don't have to go far to get an adventure. You know, love is itself an adventure. And we want to watch our feelings, and we don't guard our heart from love, but we doggone sure don't close our eyes and become naive to thinking that everybody loves like we do, right? Not everybody loves the way, you know, everybody loves different. And before you dive into that love, you definitely want to know what kind of love you're getting into. And it should be a gradual thing if it's with other. But if it's with yourself, you should just dive in head first and love yourself with all your heart. Because you are all you will ever have of a surety. You're the only one you're ever going to have. There's never going to be anyone else in this world that you can own or guarantee they will be next to you. No one. There is no guarantee. There is no guarantee you'll get a happy ever after. None of us gets that guarantee. None of us. And I don't know very many people who have gotten it. So, you know, when the preacher man says, till death do us part, that's a vow we make before God, you know. It's really hard to get out of a marriage, isn't it? Yes, it is indeed. Think about that, because we're making a vow before God, before the universe. I'm not talking about some, little demon on this earth that, hooks people up for the sake of, I don't know, whatever. But I'm talking about like we make that vow under the universe, and it's a serious vow because we're swearing before everybody and God, right? You got the squirrel. Oh my God, I got a story about my squirrel. Please let me tell you real quick. I hadn't seen my squirrel in a few days. And in the last few days, the doggone crow's been here at my house, right? So yesterday they were all up on the wires and, squawking at me and stuff. And I told them, I says, let me tell you something. If I think you ate my squirrel, I'm going to get a BB gun and shoot your tail feathers off. And they flew away. And so this morning I saw my squirrel running out of the tree and across the yard, and man, was I ever so happy. And now I have to apologize to the crows because I was wrong and they hadn't ate my squirrel, even though they've been chasing him across the telephone poles and the electric wires that go there. So yeah. Anyway, you guys got the squirrel, and it looks like you're safe. Praise God, the crows haven't got you. And accept yourself and your journey fully. Accept yourself. Self-acceptance, love yourself, appreciate who you are, find the best in you and build on that fully. With all your strengths and weaknesses, avoid judging or criticizing yourself. Again, be kind and loving towards yourself. Again, hey, there's a synchronicity. Ha 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 ha. If you're still with me, please like, share, subscribe. Love you. And you will see everything flourish. I'm going to read it again. Accept yourself and your journey fully with all your strengths and weaknesses. Avoid judging or criticizing yourself. Be kind and loving towards yourself, and you will see everything flourish. I never criticize myself for nothing. I never fuss at myself for doing anything. I forgive myself constantly for everything and always. And I don't hold anything against myself. All I try to do is kind of change the curve of the direction I'm going, and that's the best I can do, and do my best. And love with all my heart. Love myself. Love those who come around me. Be kind and gentle with all. And, it makes me feel good. So this might not be for everybody, but for me, it suits me. It suits me. And it suits the fact of the lifestyle that I was raised, which is totally opposite. Opposite of this. Everybody called each other MF all the time. I hate you, they say. It was a horrible place. So love with all your hearts and be squirrely. Accept yourself for who you are. Be grateful for the nuts that you have. Okay. Let's do some symbols. I love you guys. If you're still here, I love y'all and I wish y'all the best. I wish it's all the best in this transmission, this transfusion, this what do they call it? Doggone transmutation of old earth energies and into new earth energies, and putting the old ways under our feet in the past and stepping up on these things and realizing the difference between what is good and what is bad and moving forward with the best of the shiny apples. Woohoo, I got a lot of charms. Oh boy, I love charms though. Look at that. Yeah, the shiny apple. In fact, I live in Wenatchee, Washington, apple capital of the world. I love apples. They're part of my daily diet, at least every other day. You're going through a transformation, divine masculine. You're breaking out. You're still in the cocoon because see this there ain't no color yet. But you will be breaking out into the beautiful butterfly that you truly are. Isolation. Isolation is good. Gives you a chance to think, to dote on yourself, to eat right, to exercise a little, and to watch TV that'll uplift you if you're going to meditate, to pray, to, wow, this is beautiful. I don't know where that come from. But to sift out, separate yourself from your darkness and look at your dark side and your light side, because both are very important. I'm very much a friend of my dark side. I know what I'm capable of. I've met that girl on the other side of this light, and I know what she can do. But I changed. I decided that my light side brought me more peace and love and calmness than my dark side did. Oh, I was a hell of a liar. I was a con man. I could talk you out of anything. This was before I met Jesus at 33. Saint Francis. I'm not sure who Francis is. You know what? I better leave this out and study that. But we've got French. Fleur de Lure. Reminds me of Joan of Arc when I see this. The Joan of Arc. And we got a deep dive in Mermaid's Tale. The Siren's Call. Diving into the deep. You know, and again, this one stood out the most, the black and white. It's all pretty black and white. Everybody at this day and age knows the difference between what is good and what is evil. Truth is good, lies bring evil. Honor is good. To be dishonoring brings evil. What is evil? Trouble, chaos, confusion, frustration, feeling stuck, like you can't go, you can't find the truth, you can't find it. You only find it when you look inside and be truthful and honorable and honest with yourself first, because yourself carries the image of God. And the God in you knows that you're not being honorable, and you can't ignite the God in you because it's in the DNA. And if you don't reach a certain vibration, if you don't reach a certain place in your life, then your vibration will not lift up. You will not be able to heal your body. You'll not be able to move forward in life. I'm not talking to all the divine masculines, but there are a few out there that need to know that, you know, this is what would happen if you become honest with yourself. The first thing you get to do is raise your vibration and feel more relaxed, calm, and loving towards yourself. Right? This woman, she be loving on herself, even though this is a divine masculine reading. Look at her. She just sitting there like this. Oh, gosh. Oh, I love the sweetness that just comes out of me. And the only reason this sweetness comes out of me like this is because I have been truthful and honest with myself. I have honored myself. You can't honor other people and feel good about yourself. You can't. Getting on your knees and bowing to other gods, that don't feel good. It don't. I've been there. I was made to do it. No. I want to be equal. Equal. We don't bow to stuff. We don't bow to stuff whether it's going to serve us or not. We stand on our feet. We are endued and born and endowed with unalienable rights. And we don't bow to no gods or spirits if they're not going to help us. We don't bow to, if they want us to bow, then they want more than to help us. They want our, what is that called? They want us to do for them. And that's bullshit. We didn't come to this planet to serve gods. We come to this planet to find out the God in us, to see who we are, to find it, to go on that journey, that inner journey of who are we? Why are we here? To light the flame, the internal flame that we were born with. We were never born in the image of evil. We were born in the image of God. They told you that you were born a sinner because it made it better for them. They were the thieves, divine masculine. You were never born a sinner. You were born a beautiful son, child of God, endowed with inalienable rights and the ability to overcome difficulties, the strength and courage and willpower to move mountains, and the ability to jump over stars in a single bound. But it takes using your mind. It takes really good judgment. It's not the body, it's in the mind, the heart, the soul, and the spirit. It's the fire and water, air and earth. It's in you already. You were born with it. That's why they wanted us to think we were sinners, because as long as we don't love ourselves, we don't have any power. It just comes through learning to love who we are, and then we become empowered. It comes from not criticizing ourselves. Don't call yourself stupid. Don't call yourself an SOB. Don't tell yourself you're an idiot. How dare you talk to God like that? How dare you? How dare you? You talk to yourself as if, you know, you need to respect yourself before anybody else is ever going to respect you. 9 of Cups. Yeah. She got a pretty little smile on her face. She got her legs crossed. This lady respects herself and she has boundaries. Let's just say it don't matter if we're a lady or a man. We definitely need to keep away the things that make us feel guilty and disturb our peace. And we need to explore ourselves as that why does it make me feel guilty? Why has it disturbed my peace? What do I need to do in order to make these things better? And then after asking the universe these questions, you want to just take 5 minutes maybe, or 1 minute even, and breathe and quiet your mind long enough to allow the answer to come through. And it will. It will come through if you give it time. Sometimes God likes to teach us patience. So that means we may have to wait sometimes while we're learning to have patience with ourselves. And in that time, that's a perfect time to make yourself a good, healthy meal. Take a nice walk. Tell somebody you love them and give them a hug. Take a chance on them loving you and giving you a hug back. If you need a hug, hug yourself, especially if there ain't no one around. Make sure you tell yourself you're doing the best you can, because that way you're also building up your spirit, you're building your soul, you're building your mind, you're building your body, and learning to become kinder to who you are. 2 of Wands. Making choices that will bring in gifts and prosperity. Calm, cool, collected, making decisions that will help you to feel at peace. Bringing the mind air into calm peace. Bringing the heart feelings of guilt and stress into calm peace. Working with your chakra system, calming it down, cooling it out, cleansing, and this would bring you the wheel of fortune and you would be set up as the King of Wands and burn away the sad depression. I gotta look around. I got babies behind me. Hold on a minute. Is everything okay back there? Is everything okay? Here you go. You want to see one? This is my new addition to the family. He's 10 days old today. He says hello. I feel so blessed. Come on, let's put him back over there. Let's put him. We have two. We have Juan and Aura, new additions to our family. And my family is made up of my son and 4 puppies. And I love it. I love it. Okay. I love being a mommy. I love being a grandma. I just love, love, love. Okay, so you're making choices that is going to bring peace, calm, look there, and creativity into your life, because this is your sacral chakra, which is about creating good things in your life. And your sacral chakra is very important. It's the place where seeds and wombs are, right? The seeds of life and the womb of life are right with the chakra system, or with the sacral chakra and the chakra system. And and that's all about peace, calm, and the ability to begin to create your life the way you want it. 10 of Pentacles. It'll take you straight into the 10 of Pentacles. As if you don't steal from your God force. Do not steal from the God force that's in you. Your God force is your truth, your honor, your dignity, your ability to do the right things for the right reasons, versus, not willing to try to do the right things for the right reasons. Right? This guy here does whatever he wants and he doesn't care about the consequences. Look, he ends up chained up. Yeah. And he feels like a prisoner or in a trap. This here, she don't do anything that's going to mess up her little garden. She checks everything every day. She does everything with her heart, not through lust, not through anger, not through frustration. She does it through her heart, and that's it. She sees everything through heart, whereas I don't know what that guy sees stuff through. But your heart is full of love. You want to open your heart. This guy has no heart. Look, she wears her heart on the outside of her life. Everything she does with love. And you can see it abundant all around her. How important is love? Love is for fertilizer. Love, you can love somebody if they love you back. You guys can love each other into beautiful creatures of society. Yeah. The world is covered with those few who can love honest and true, who are willing to wait for that which is great. Okay. Isn't that funny? That just come from God, okay? I couldn't go back and repeat that again if I wanted to. So, right? So, honest and truth, being truthful and honest, being willing to take the consequences and understand the accountability of it. And this begins to build you up. And listen, it'll turn you into a warrior. The more you begin to tell the truth and the stronger you realize you get in telling the truth, it changes something. Something inside changes and you become a whole different person. Yeah, it takes time. But once you start planting the seeds, it's like you never quit. It feels so good to speak always the truth. It's, and I'm there. I'm there. I know. It keeps the life in order. Your mind, you don't even hear anything in your head. You know why? Because you don't got to come up with a plan for nothing. You don't got to figure anything out. You don't got to work on anything because everything is already out in the open. It's not hidden. So, everything just falls by the wayside that's of no use. And all you have is your beautiful garden. And a lot of love for self, because it really takes a lot of courage to do that. It takes a lot of love of self to face self and be willing to love self regardless of what self has been through or done or has seen. But that's the way. Love is the way, and love through self is the way through hell to get to the light on the other side. It is hell to go through that, to love oneself enough to go through one's hell, your own hell within your own self, and clear it out, the hidden things that, you've pushed down and away lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, and everything's coming up now in this lifetime because it's a lifetime where we are like going through judgment, that God literally had to come down here and start judgment in order to save this planet from turning into a Mad Max planet. I mean, think about it, really. Eventually, if they keep going, it'll be Mad Max all the way, and we don't want that. But we are moving away from that now. There will be no damn Mad Max on this planet. This planet is a nest. It is built for children, raising families, geniuses who will travel out through the cosmos someday. And it's all going to be because we all changed and we begin to look inside ourselves and forgive ourselves for anything we've ever done in this lifetime and past, and to take accountability for our actions, to live through the karma so that we can get to the Dharma. Because no, you can't hide behind Jesus. It isn't happening like that. You don't think about it. Why in the world, and who would want a godfather that would want his son's life on a cross, his blood, and then him tell us because he's going to die for us, we can be cleansed of all of our sins? What sin? What sin? The sin of being born? Search that one out. Tell me what you think. No, my baby was beautiful. All my children were beautiful when they were born. Every single one of them. Not one of them looked like a sinner to me, nor would I ever trade one of them to live or to God. Yeah. Transmuting emotions, seeing the bigger picture, understanding the higher calling, the fire and the water, the change, the ethers, the steam, the engine roaring down the track. And it's coming. And we're all feeling it right now. Giving birth to a new era, a new mind of man. And I include myself in that because we are all mankind, whether we're a woe man or a man. We're heading to the Ten of Cups. We're going to learn to love our families again. We're going to learn to walk in truth again. We're going to learn to honor our husbands and wives again. It might not be right now, but that day will come, because this planet is meant for families. It's meant for raising children and nature. It's meant for nature and trees and flowers and bees and birds and oceans and, everything on it we need. From every giraffe and lions and hippopotamus, I love it all. And none of us have any right to destroy it because it all belonged to God. God created all that. God did the work. God collaborated with the universe in creating this planet the way it is. And other than a few people have kind of made it sour and took over everything and forgot the rest of the population. But we're about to remind them that we're all equal. Nobody's better than anyone else. And we all deserve to be well cared for. So that shit's going to die. To where some people have, I'm in A class, you're in B class, you're in C class, you're in D class, and you get an F. We don't, we're not going that way. That's not where the new world rests. The new world rests on the pivot of all of us are equal. All of us deserve a home. All of us deserve education. All of us deserve medical. And all of us deserve the best, most healthy, nutritious food. And all of us deserve a clean planet to live on and raise our children up so that they can be geniuses and we can begin to go out and plant the best of what's on planet Earth into the outer universe. Okay, I'm not going to say more. Anybody who's been here with me this long, I love you. Thank you so much. Leave me a comment. Let me know. I take anything that you want to say to me, whether good or ill, but I got to admit, you guys have all been beautiful, and I love y'all. And with that, I'm going to ask you to please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.